We landed in Vancouver, we rented a car, and we drove straight to the ferry to take us to Vancouver Island. It was about a 40-minute drive. We already bought our tickets beforehand, so we already were signed up to go on this particular ferry at this particular time, so we definitely did not want to miss it, but it worked out. We got there and we got on the ferry, and it was just very easy. Like in every ferry, you park the car, you have to leave the car, so take everything that you need for the time that you're on the ferry with you. This ferry took an hour and a half to get to our destination. Now on the ferry, you had places to sit inside and outside. It was a beautiful day, so we definitely took the time to sit outside after flying and being stuck on the plane. It was really nice. The sun felt good. It wasn't too cold. It was really nice weather. But you do have places to sit inside. There's also a place to eat. That you can buy yourself some food. There's some tables and chairs. There's also places for pets. If you come with a pet, there is a secure place for the pets that you can be at. And I thought that was nice. I was surprised about that. So while we were just enjoying the view, sitting outside, we got to see some bald eagles. We thought that was really, really unique that we get to see that. And of course, when you're on a ferry, you just never know what you're gonna see, and the nature and the beauty. It was really nice, even just for a ferry. I don't know, I enjoy going on ferries, and my kids do too. I guess as a family, we enjoy going on ferries. It's a beautiful and a great experience to have. This is your first time with us. We are a family who love adventure. The oldest is 5 years old, next is 3, and I have a 1-year-old, and I'm also pregnant in my second trimester. We love staying in Airbnbs in our adventures. We love having our space, our kitchen, even just an easy place I could just even prepare like French toast. Sometimes it's easy food. It's just so easy when you travel around and you're so busy. You just grab to the grocery store, buy some bread, some eggs, some milk, whatever really works for you. And it's just a nice hot meal for you during this time. We do enjoy Airbnbs, but any place like to stay, it really goes for what your family desire and needs. Like we also get usually a washing machine and dryer that we also really, really appreciate and really enjoy in staying in houses. So this is what works really well for us. We decided to go on a little hike around the lake. Now the pathway was nice, but it started to get a little bumpy, and it was actually really hard to move with my yo-yo. My more of a city stroller probably wasn't best for this kind of path, so it was actually really hard to move through, but it was really nice. But it was, like I said, it was really hard to move, so we decided to maybe stop at the lake and just enjoy the lake. My kids straight in jumped into the water, and then I realized that I did not bring their swimsuits, so learn from my mistake. If you're planning to go to the lakes in Vancouver Island, you should probably bring the bathing suits with you. I did have change of clothes, so the kids got to feel the water, see fishies, and also see the ducks. It was just really, really nice, really relaxing and quiet. There were a lot of people there, but it still felt pretty much you had room and space to just enjoy your time there. My eldest son and my husband actually got to enjoy a boat ride together instead of doing the hike around the lake.
Yep,
yeah.
He's driving.
All right. I am also the captain.
Oh, really?
He's now the captain.
Coffee House is one of our favorite places to go on Vancouver Island for coffee. And this place is particularly special because there are hikes all around this cafe and there are bike trails. The coffee is good, the food is delicious. I'm going to show you soon what's really the reason why you'd want to go to the Rhino Cafe. Now we did sit outside, but it was getting really hot, so we did actually find shade, and then we were fine. In the shade you have a nice breeze and everything. Food is so delicious, so good. We just so much enjoy the whole atmosphere of this cafe, and of course their famous donuts. You do not want to miss that. No, you do not. So then we did decide to actually take some time to hike around. There are some trails that are just for bike trails, but then you have trails that are also bike and also walking. But it really felt like we were fine, we were safe. It didn't feel any like danger or anything like that. It was really a nice trail to walk around with, and we weren't the only ones that were walking. There were bikers, but we weren't the only ones also that were walking by foot. And we just enjoyed our time together, enjoyed the nature, and just, yeah, we had a great cup of coffee, and now it's time to go see nature.
That's right.
Now? There?
Once you park, you see the pathways, you see the yellow dots, footprints on the ground, on the floor. That kind of takes you around so you can actually see all the murals on the walls. It's a really beautiful walk to do together, and it's just sweet little shops that you just really just love going into. Bakeries, food, I mean, anything that you could think of, they do sell there, and it's really nice. It really just like talks about history, and it's a great like way to look at it and to learn, especially for the kids. It just was really a nice environment. It was just really nice to just walk around. I definitely recommend this place. While we were there, they also had a great market also for souvenirs and shopping as well. course, we had to try some coffee while we were there, and by the way, it was great. And this restaurant is super nice, so kid-friendly. They brought all these games and books for the kids to read while we were waiting for the food. They gave actually large portions of the food as well, so we definitely could have shared a lot more of the meals. The food was delicious. It was really good. So the town was super nice. It wasn't what I was expecting as much. They had the old homes and little shops and coffee shops and restaurants, and pretty much you could find almost everything there. It's such a sweet place, and the meals were beautiful just to walk around. There was history. It was just a very nice outing. With the kids, they enjoyed it. It was great. See the little ice cream truck? The gelato truck? Yeah. So our youngest fell asleep, but the older ones are gonna get gelato, and I'm gonna get one too. It has some high ratings, and right now he has a truck, but he's actually gonna open up a shop. He said very soon, so that's exciting, and I can't wait to see how it tastes. The portions were very small, and honestly, I don't think it was that worth it to actually stop there. There was actually an ice cream shop in the middle of the town where we were. It might have been better, but we definitely tried. We had to go try another ice cream. Like, it was actually pretty disappointing, and we did not give up until we found a great place to get ice cream with double portion of what we got from this place. We are headed to our next ferry. We are headed to Quadra Island. We're going to stay there for the night. And I must warn you, we did have a reservation into the only hotel there was in the island, but our friends decided to cancel for us, and they wanted us to stay with them. So we actually didn't get to film in that hotel, and we didn't really actually explore too much of the island as well. We just kind of stayed with our friends that time. So we just have to come back and spend a longer trip. But this ferry was really, really not a long ferry. It was very short, but and no one pretty much left the car. So pretty much stayed in the car the whole time. So that's how short it was. It was.
Our crew is Transport Canada Marine Safety Certified. In the event of an emergency, you'll need to stop what you're doing and follow their directions.
So this is the hotel we didn't get to stay at in the end, but it was literally just getting off the ferry, and it was right there. It's very close to the ferry terminal, if you were wondering how far it was. So after we found out that our reservation got canceled, we got to drive around Carter Island and see the island itself while we drive, and then we'll see you back in our next stop.
Right here. Look.
Oh my gosh.
Here he comes. See, that's the mom and dad eagles, because they got white tails and white heads.
Wow.
So we got the ferry back to Campbell River. We really enjoy Campbell River. Like, we really have everything here. We just enjoyed walking around. They're really nice pathways next to the pier. It's just really nice. We got to have some fish and chips. Delicious fish and chips. It was a little pricey, but just the whole environment of being on the water, eating fresh fish and chips, it just was really great, and it was really good as well. We did enjoy it. The kids got to see fish and even a starfish like right there under us, and then we just enjoyed the town and just explored the town. Remember when I told you we found delicious ice cream, and let's just say double the size of what we had before? Look how big this ice cream is, and it was so good. It was definitely so worth it. We were so happy. Seriously, I would skip the first place we went to. That, where we were now, was good ice cream. We got to our next Airbnb, beautiful situated in a beautiful view, but they did not write down that there was going to be people staying under us. We usually like to find cabins that, we wouldn't bother anyone with our noise or anything like that, just kind of like secluded. And I'll just tell you, we heard everything from the people downstairs. I mean, everything. Them closing the doors, they're whispering. We would hear them whisper. We would hear exactly their conversations they had. So it wasn't, I would say, the most comfortable in that sense, but it was beautiful. We did give a complaint that they didn't write down that there was going to be people living under of where we were staying. But we still enjoyed it. Look at it. It's just beautiful, beautiful place. We went out to enjoy another lake and go swimming in the lake, and of course the kids just loved it. I think it's so amazing. It's so beautiful how you can just swim in a natural lake and just have the views. It's just so beautiful. And yes, also here there were people, but it still didn't feel that you were so congested and there wasn't space. Like, you really did feel like you had space to enjoy the nature and enjoy the beach and just enjoy our time there. And of course, I did not forget to bring swimsuits this time. Got a recommendation to go to one of the oldest diners they have in Vancouver Island. It's called Mom's Cafe, and it really does feel like you went back in time. It's a great place for kids. They give you crafts and books and anything to draw. It's just really kid friendly, and the food was delicious. If you go there, you have to try the pancakes. And after those amazing pancakes, we're headed back to the ferry and back to Vancouver, the mainland. So we had just a couple of days before our flight, so we decided to do two things while we were here. One was the zoo, and the second was an aquarium. I would say you could probably spend a whole day in the zoo, not just because it's not that big, but you definitely a nice variety of animals to see there, and really great surroundings. It didn't feel like anything was too small for them. Like it did feel like it was a great place for the animals. And the food there was expensive, so I would probably bring something with you and not maybe eat there. But if you wanted to actually just go there and eat something, they do have options there for that. You see an egg? Wow.
You're right, there is an egg.
Yeah.
Do you see it? Do you see the cheetah?
Not only have animals there, but you actually also can ride a train. Now this is extra charge, but it goes around the whole zoo, and you have a guide there that talks about the animals, and there's also special pathways for the train that you get to see that if you're walking you don't get to see. There's also a huge playground. I mean, huge place. So like I said, you really could be here for a whole day. And this was just open. This is new. The dinosaurs come alive in this part, and it's really quite amazing. It actually took me back a few times how real it felt. I know it kind of sounds funny, but it really was that way.
And Zach is smiling.
We got to the aquarium. There is quite a lot of parking. Like at first it seems like there's not that much, but when you continue on, there's actually really a lot of parking for you. And you do need to pay for the parking. So just prepare for that you pay for the parking, and then you also pay going into the aquarium. So as you heard, there's actually a lot of people in this aquarium that actually felt sometimes overwhelming, and it was just very, very noisy of people. But you could always go see things. Like there's just small aquariums all around, and just different animals or marine life. So there was plenty to see in that way. It was just a lot of smaller containers to see that, but there definitely was a lot of people there. And cleanliness wise, I didn't feel like it was so clean there. it wasn't bad, but it didn't feel, I don't know if it's because there was just so many people, maybe it just didn't feel as clean. Oh, wow. It's a seal.
Oh, they should be coming up prayers now.
So what's unique about this place, they sell ice cream. Not that the ice cream is unique, but the cones are handmade there. After enjoying that ice cream, this is actually really a great area. If you wanted to park there and just pay for parking, there's so many pathways here that you can walk. It's just really, I mean, we thought it was just really beautiful, and there are playgrounds. If you didn't actually want to pay for the aquarium or anything like that, you can actually find other places to go. And of course, coffee, our last coffee before we left, and it was delicious. Now, we wanted to stop at a restaurant to have dinner. This was on the way. The food was alright. We thought it was a great place for us on the way to stop. If it's a place that I would go especially there, probably not. But it was good and it worked out for the way. Now we spent the night at the airport hotel. Now we're kind of doing this quite fast, but this is the airport hotel, and it was right where our gate was, so it was perfect. The rooms were very nice, like wow, so nice. It was very clean. It just felt very, very nice and high end, and we really enjoyed it. It was a great place to also just kind of pack and get ourselves sorted and everything. You'll see our mess of packing a little bit later, but it really just felt so nice and very kid friendly. Like they gave us cribs, they gave us special stuff for the baby. It was just really nice. I really recommend. And like I said, our gate was just an elevator away. Like it was so easy. Very nice. There's some extra stuff they bought for our baby with the crib. That was in the package.